Reliable Aura News sources have confirmed Albania will receive a positive recommendation in the progress report that the European Commission will present tomorrow for the opening of accession negotiations with the European Union. The state police will now set a special permanent police officer in each neighbourhood. In this way, denunciations or problems of the area can be raised by the community, avoiding the procedures required through the police stations. Starting from today, citizens have until May 16th to appear with their ID card or family certificate at their administrative unit to complete an application form for the City's Hall's soft loan application. Good evening, it's 6 o'clock on Monday the 16th of April 2018. Welcome to the English edition of Aura News. My name is Alexandra and I'm here to bring you the day's top stories from across the country, translated into English. The European Commission will recommend the opening of negotiations for Albania's membership with the EU tomorrow. Reliable sources have confirmed with Aura News that the Commission will clearly and unequivocally recommend the opening of negotiations. The results have achieved so far with vetting and the removal of 15 judges and prosecutors as a result of the process seems to have contributed to a positive decision. Aura News sources confirm that by June, the European Commission expects concrete and tangible results from implementing justice reform. The positive decision is reflected in a writ of the EU Observer. Thanks to the progress achieved, the European Commission recommends opening membership negotiations with Albania, it is said in the writ, citing quotes from the annual progress report for the enlargement of the European Union, which will be made public on April 17 in Strasbourg. According to the EU Observer, the same formula was used for Macedonia as well, as Skopje is very close to solving problems with the name with Athens. Meanwhile, the forerunners of the countries undertaking such reforms, Serbia and Montenegro, could officially join the EU by 2025, as mentioned in the EU enlargement strategy presented back in February. Brussels' optimism for the Western Balkan region, however, seems to fade in the cases of Kosovo and Bosnia and Herzegovina. According to the Euro-parliamentarian Eduard Kukan, their governments should not expect positive recommendations from the Commission, since they have not yet solved many of their internal issues, nor those with their neighbours. The EU Observer also addresses Turkey's case, which is expected to receive another negative response regarding the opening of a new negotiation chapter. Respect for human rights and the rule of law, writes the EU Observer, are fundamental obligations that Turkey must fulfil as a candidate country. The state police will change the structure of organisations, setting up a special police officer for each neighbourhood. During the presentation of the new strategy in Elbasan, Interior Minister Fatmir Jafaj underlined the importance of police cooperation with the community. For Jafaj, this is the beginning of a new era. Let's build a new police-community relationship, better control of the territory to enhance public safety and order, said Fatmir Jafaj. Elbasan's police director, Altin Chato, stressed that robberies are the main concern, despite the statistics showing a significant decline. Meanwhile, he underlined that there will be more engagement in the security of schools, stating, "Thefts at apartments and bars remain a concern, but the situation appears to have improved compared to previous years. A great focus of our work is security in and around schools." The Mayor of Elbasan, Kazim Seydini, also underlined the importance of cooperation between the community and the police. This security is not only the responsibility of the police, but the contribution of other local government agencies, civil society, media, businesses, and all other actors at the local level is also welcomed, said Kazim Seydini. At the end of the meeting, the director of the state police, Ardi Veliu, handed over the career certificate to police officer Vehab Jindoli for his contribution to maintaining order and cooperating with the community. At 10 a.m, a portion of small traders in fear closed their shutters and protested in front of the prefecture to oppose their inclusion in the VAT scheme. They responded to a call by the Democratic Party for the protest with banners in their hands to appeal against the decision, saying their reasoning is purely economic. "I do not care about political parties, I care about my children," said one trader. According to them, this scheme, which affects about 440 out of the 4,166 small businesses that the municipality has, will lead them to bankruptcy. "We have overthrown the communist system and will not stop without removing VAT. The threshold should be increased to over 20 million, added another trader. Meanwhile, the Democrat MP, Luan Baci, who was on the side of the organisers, said small business bankruptcy is the government's goal in an effort to support shopping malls. Their goal is to shut down all small businesses in order to help the powerful shopping centres, accused Loan Bachi. The traders of fear requested meetings with the directors of the prefecture and tax authorities. However, no response was received. They left with the warning that they will return to protest on Friday at 10 a.m. Chairman of the Vetvendosia movement, Albin Kurti, repeated from Kukas his stance against payment for utilising the national highway. Present for the activities under the framework of the 19th anniversary of the Kosovar Albanian exodus, Kurti said that the decision was unnecessary and unstudied. Kurti demanded that politics on both sides of the border do more for the customs unification project and solve the issues of interconnection between the two countries. I believe that maintenance of the road could be adjusted differently, not by putting hands in the empty pockets of citizens every time they pass here. We need to engage in a greater approach, one of integration and cooperation between Kosovo and Albania to increase domestic production, said Albin Kurti. Kukas was the first city to host and hold the most significant number of Kosovar Albanians following their exodus from Kosovo, and the first city to rise against the national highway tariff. So Kurti calls this city heroic. First, during the war, due to the extraordinary assistance it gave to the people of Kosovo, and now for the will it showed to protest against poverty, lack of development, and the tariff on the national highway. This city is heroic, declared Albin Kurti. The Vetvendosia chairman participated in some of the activities organised in commemoration of the 1999 exodus. As aforementioned, Kosovo commemorates today the 19th anniversary of the exodus towards Albania. During the war, over 1 million Albanians of Kosovo were forced to leave their homes and move to Albania, Montenegro and Macedonia. Kukas is the first city where Kosovar Albanians settled, and commemorative ceremonies under the slogan Exodus 99 have been held there for years. A group of Albanians from Mitrovica have performed a symbolic march and are expected to enter Albania via Marina's border point. Kukas is well renowned for their hospitality to Kosovar Albanians, and today was no exception as they declared the titles of Honorary Citizen of Kukas and Honour of the Kukas District to the Kosovar Foreign Minister and Deputy Prime Minister. Numerous activities are programmed during the day in Kukas to commemorate this anniversary. Applications to benefit from the soft loan program of the municipality of Tirana have started. Citizens must appear in the municipal unit with their identity card or family certificate. If they have not printed the certificate from the e-Albania portal, the data will be generated by the specialist who assists in completing the form. Citizens should appear with an ID or family certificate, said a specialist from Administrative Unit Number 9, Ervis Tosca. The 4 pages of document contains family records, housing conditions and income information. According to the specialist in Administrative Unit Number 9, there was an influx of applications. Citizens who apply who do not meet the requirements will be disqualified. One new resident of Tirana is hopeful of being selected for this program, especially knowing that new couples have priority. We heard that new couples have priority, so that was our reason for making an application, said the citizen. After providing the relevant documents for verification, those who qualify for this first phase will be contacted by the Housing Office to progress to the second stage of qualifying. The Security Academy has certified the first 25 employees of the Municipal Police in the field of public safety. Present at the ceremony where they received their qualification, Mayor Erion Veliaj emphasised that quality of service to citizens was of the utmost importance. This is not a job we will do alone, but people can encourage civic behaviour. A state or municipal police officer is not just a uniformed guard of public safety, he is also an advisor and a psychologist, said Erion Veliaj. The Mayor said that the work of the municipal police and that of the state for the management of the city positively affects the entire economic chain. One of the reasons why foreigners want to publicise Western cities is precisely that they look for free sidewalks, not vandalised public property. They want to see a city where people respect the traffic lights and pedestrian crossings, where they see police officers helping children cross the street. The impression that the city gives translates into a written form, which is then read by millions of people who, moving forward, come as tourists, bringing with them money for the local economy, said Erion Veliaj. Based on the agreement signed between the Municipality of Tirana and the Ministry of Interior, the municipal police officers are attending a study program that will further develop their theoretical and professional skills in service of the citizens. Meanwhile, police officers planted some trees at the premises of the academy, in doing so joining the initiative by the municipality of Tirana for greening up the city. And that's the news across the country today. Thank you for watching our English edition this evening, and be sure to join me again every Monday to Saturday at 6 p.m. for the latest news from Albania. Once again, on behalf of Aura News, thank you and good night.